Hello everyone, my name is Katie, the Introverted Reader, and today I have a book review for you for The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, which was our May pick of the month for the Introverted Reader Book Club. I finished this book, I think, either a day or so ago, and I meant to film it yesterday, but honestly, I just wasn't in the mood, but here we are filming it today. Now, on Goodreads, I give this book 4 stars, but I'm kind of thinking I might make that like a 3.5 or like a 3.75 or something, because I've had a change of heart. But anyway, because I kind of gave it 4 stars on a whim, to be honest. Now, I have read 2 other Holly Black books in the past, The Darkest Part of the Forest and Coldest Girl in Cold Town. Now, I did prefer Coldest Girl in Cold Town over Darkest Part of the Forest, to be honest, mainly because I just don't like fairies. I don't like fairies at all. But, and you're probably wondering, why then did you read this one? And I was just like, because, to be honest, a lot of people said that it was really, really good. And I did enjoy myself, but I did have some issues. So anyway, this book is about these 3 sisters, twin sisters, Jude and Taryn, and their oldest sister, Vivian. And at the very start of the book, their parents are murdered before their very eyes. And the man who murdered their parents is actually a fairy. And he ends up taking all 3 of them into fairyland to live with him. And Vivian is half fairy. She is actually his daughter, but Jude and Taryn are not actually his daughters. But they all have the same mother. It's complicated. But anyway, they spend their entire childhood lives in fairy, and Jude and Taryn are picked on relentlessly by the other, fairy children, I suppose, that they're just around all the time. This just, again, as I've said, I don't like fairies. And this book just solidified that for me. Fairies are cruel. Yep, in the title there. They're cruel. They're sadistic. They're just the worst. I hate them. I hate fairies so much. And again, you're probably wondering, why did you read a book then all about fairies? And I was just like, because I was kind of hoping that this one would change my mind, but it didn't. So, I still hate fairies. But I did really, really enjoy the plot of this book. I enjoyed the fact that there was constantly something happening. I was always on the edge of my seat, because our main character, Jude, she's constantly wanting to prove herself because she is just a human, and that's the stick that she gets from the other fairy kids all the time. They call her weak, they treat her like dirt, they make her eat dirt at one point, and that's not really a spoiler, but I'll not tell you why they got her to do it, but because that would be a spoiler. But they just basically treat her like crap all the time. And yeah, just that's, I'll get more into that a little bit more, but I did really enjoy the pacing of this book. I really did enjoy Holly Black's writing, and that's one of the reasons that I carried on, because, to be honest, Jude as a main character, I think I read somewhere that we're not really supposed to like her, and I'm kind of on the fence about her, because I do like her in the fact that she wants to prove herself, and that she just wants to have some form of validation. She wants to prove to everyone, yes, just because, yes, I am a human being, yes, I can experience empathy for other people, but that does not mean that I can't keep up with the lot of you. And I did enjoy her resilience. I really, really did enjoy that. There were a few times where she did some kind of problematic things, and kind of some dumb things that made me want to reach through the book and shake her. But then again, I think I did read somewhere that you're not really supposed to like her. She's supposed to be one of those characters that you don't love, right off the bat. Because there's a situation with a boy, and I was on to the boy from the beginning, to be honest. He was kind of tropey, to be honest, and he said something that just solidified that for me. I was just like, you were up to something. You don't really care about her. You're just using her because you're a fairy. Because you are sly and vindictive and just horrible, cruel beings. I would honestly rather a vampire came after me and tore out my throat than even bother going near a fairy. Fairies can choke. as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, all in all, I did give it 4 stars, but I might bump it down to 3.5 because I do have some issues, which I'm going to get into right now. So if you have not read this, you might want to leave because I have things that I want to discuss. Only stay if you have read it, okay? I'll see all you people later that haven't read this yet and are going to. So okay, I'll see a lot of you later. So I take it, if you're still here, you've read this. I want to talk about Carden for a second, okay? Let me just pull up my receipts just real quick. So do you remember the scene where she had him tied up and she had the crossbow in his face? And she basically says to him, I put both hands on the desk. Just tell me why you hate me once and for all. Now, Carden is the main one that gave her all the crap throughout all this story. He makes her eat dirt. He basically makes her jump into a lake and wait to drown. Like, that's just the type of person that he is. And he goes on and he says, I hate you because your father loves you even though you're a human brat born to his unfaithful wife. I hate you because you don't have a brother who beats you. I hate you because Locke used you and your sister to make Nikisha cry. And speaking of Locke, was on to you from the beginning, buddy. Was on to you from the beginning. Saw right through you. Like, I don't even know why she trusted him in the first place. And the fact that she, like, almost tried to kill her sister over him was just not okay. But anyway, back to Carden. Well, I say, lifting the crossbow again, glad to have a reason to reassert my position as the person in charge. Tell me. He leans in and closes his eyes. Most of all, I hate you because I think of you. Often. It's disgusting and I can't stop. I am shocked into silence. That is on page 307, just by the way, just in case you didn't know. So you're telling me that homeboy treated her like put her through all of this misery, made her eat dirt, forced fairy fruit down her throat to make her hallucinate, tried to poison her numerous times, kicked her and hit her and did all these horrible things while his friends laughed because you like her? Like those boys in the playground that would tug on a girl's pigtails or like push her to the ground and be like, ha ha. And then it's like the girl comes home and says to her mommy and daddy, oh, he did this to me. And then the mom's like, he does it because he likes you. And it's like, no. That is so not okay. That is so not okay. I cannot deal with that. I just cannot. That is just way too problematic for my liking. You are not going to be an abusive, horrible person and then turn around and try and tell me that you treated me like shit. You made me eat dirt. You tried to poison me numerous times because you think of me often. And it's like, I did... And like in the book there, it just says that she was just shocked into silence. And then they kissed. And I'm like, why? Why? I have a lot of issues with that. I have a lot of issues with the whole bullying thing. Just because it's something that I've experienced personally myself, and hearing that over and over again just makes it doesn't help the situation at all. It just makes it worse. So that is my main issue with that. And also the whole thing where she stole away that slave. Why did you do that? Why? What was the point in you doing that? Why did you have to go in there? Like, it would have made sense if she walked in and maybe saw the human slaves. Like, they were just sort of wandering around, like, all days, cleaning and cooking and whatever. And, like, I would have understood if she went in and saw them, like, chained to a wall, being tortured. or like screaming for help, being forced to cut off their own skin or something like that, which definitely sounds like something a fairy would do. I could understand maybe wanting to go in there and saving a whole bunch of them, but no, she just goes back for this one girl. This one girl who then puts stones or rocks inside of her pocket and kills herself. Which, by the by, if suicide is a trigger for you, be wary of that. It is just the one scene. But yeah. And if bullying is a trigger for you, like really, really severe bullying is a trigger for you, then maybe I would not read this, because the bullying in this towards Jude and Taryn is very, very intense. June, again, mixed feelings. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the pacing. I did enjoy the fact that Jude just wants to prove herself around all the fairies, but the whole bullying thing, and Locke as well, he was so tropey. He was just, like that part where she missed the lessons and he held her hand being all like, it's not the same without you, and I'm just like, get out, leave, no one likes you. Leave. You no good, tropey, no good, not even a real male protagonist. Like, get out of here. Anyway, that is my review for The Cruel Prince. If you've read it, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you thought. My name is Katie. I'm the Introverted Reader. Please subscribe if you want to, give the video a thumbs up and all that jazz, and I will have another video up very soon. Bye bye.